So you had a decent week, maybe even a really good one. You moved your body, didn't overdo it, you were feeling kind of proud of yourself. And then you stepped on the scale and the number went up. And just like that, all the wind goes out of your sails and you're thinking, what is even the point? My friend, I had the exact same week. The scale is up more than I've seen it all year. And here's the wild part. I actually ate less than the week before. And I am not worried about it, not even a little bit. So let me tell you why, because I think it's going to change how you look at that number for good. Welcome to the Biking Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Stacy Smith, and I lost 50 pounds riding my bike by focusing on what my body can do. Now, I teach other women how to do the same. I am obsessed with completely flipping the script on weight loss so that we can work out to feel good and feel strong. If you are ready to stop dieting, learn how to appreciate your body, and have fun riding your bike, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hello, my wonderful friend. Welcome back to the podcast. And if you are just joining us for the first time, I want to send an extra special warm welcome to you. Welcome to the Biking Wellness community. I am so glad that you are here. And I have to tell you right up front, because I am so excited about it, I can't wait until the end. I just made something super special for you. It is a brand new, completely free guide called The Secrets I'm Using to Lose 10 Pounds This Summer, Even on My Busiest Days. Inside, I walk you through 6 simple, real-life things that I'm actually doing right now to lose 10 pounds, things that you can do too. It's not a diet. It's not a bunch of rules, a bunch of restriction. It's just 6 doable, simple shifts, and each one comes with a tiny little thing that you can try that very same day. And the best part, you do not have to do all of it. You don't have to do all 6. You can just pick the one that feels doable right now, and you can start right there. You can grab this guide right now, actually, for totally free at sassy.com/secrets. That's www.sasscy.com/secrets. Go download it and then listen to the rest of this episode, because I'm about to bring 2 of those secrets to life with exactly what happened to me this week. Okay, let's get into it. So let's talk about that number going up when you did everything you were supposed to do. There is almost nothing more discouraging than this. You were good, you were consistent, and your body seems to be doing the exact opposite of what you were hoping for. And if you're like I used to be, that's the moment that the whole story starts. My body, it's rebelling against me. I'm fighting it. I'm losing. Why should I even bother? I should probably just give up. I'm not the kind of girl who can lose weight. I don't have enough willpower. I don't have enough discipline. So here is what actually happened this week, because I want you to see this. I've had 2 weekends in a row that are not typical. They are not normal, with barbecues, game nights, Chinese food, 2 weekends in a row, which almost never happens. On top of that, I got my period and I am deep in perimenopause. So I'm working with my menopause consultant on some new medication, hormones right now. It's a different combination. And so my body is adjusting on a whole bunch of fronts all at once, between the hormones and the period and the eating that's kind of not typical. And can I just say something about this, because it matters so much. So many of the women I work with tell me the exact same thing, and I'm living it. And it's that basically everything that used to work for them in terms of losing weight just doesn't seem to work anymore now that they're in perimenopause or menopause, or just for their general life. And they think that somehow they are the problem, that they are the ones who are screwing up. They think they're doing something wrong, or they've lost their willpower, or their body is betraying them. And my friend, that is just so important to know, because first of all, you're not the only one feeling this way. And secondly, it is not you screwing up. Your body is genuinely shifting and changing and different in this season of life. What worked at 35 just doesn't necessarily work the same as at 50 for all of us. And this is not like you failing. This is just the way that it is. And once you know that this is the reality, you can stop beating yourself up over it and start working with your body instead of feeling like you have to fight it, instead of feeling like you're working against it. So I just wanted to, kind of jump in and say that, because I know that this is something that we are all thinking about and we are all struggling with. And this past Monday, the scale was up. You may not know this. If you've been here for a while, you probably do, but I tend to weigh myself very frequently, almost every day. And it wasn't up just a little, it was a big number, and a bigger number than I think I've probably seen all year. And you want to know the part that would have been absolutely devastating to old me? The reality is I actually overate less this past weekend than the weekend before. I did what I would consider to be quote unquote better, and the number was up anyway, and way more. Old me would have lost my mind, would have thought like, see, your body's broken, you're doing everything wrong. Everything you think is right is wrong. You're going backwards. You might as well just quit. It never once would have occurred to me that the number might be up because of my hormones or because of where I'm at in my cycle or the salt from the Chinese food or the water my body is just holding on to as it adjusts. That thought would not even been in my vocabulary. It would just be like, you messed up. But now, I look at the number on the scale and I get curious instead of devastated. And I start thinking, okay, I wonder what my body's up to right now. And I already had a pretty good idea. The salt, the hormones, my cycle, 2 unusual weekends back to back. It's just information. The scale's just letting me know like, hey, here's a snapshot in time of what your body's doing right now. And it's just saying like your body's holding on to some extra stuff today. That's all. And you know what? It's already slowly trending back down this week. And I knew that it would because this is my pattern. And once you start to see your patterns, you start to realize like, oh, this isn't me doing something wrong. This is just what my body does. So the next time you feel like you did everything right and the scale is still going up or you're not losing weight and it's staying where it was, before you decide that you're the problem and you're screwing up, I want you to get curious about it. Just ask yourself, what might be going on? Your hormones, your sleep, your water. Have you been hydrating well? Have you been eating when you think you're hungry because you're actually thirsty? Where are you at in your cycle? Is your cycle a little bit mixed up because you're in perimenopause or menopause? Did you have a saltier weekend than usual? Is your body just still holding on to the food that you ate last night and it hasn't passed it yet? Something that simple. The number is just one small piece of a much bigger picture. It is not a verdict on you. It is not saying that you are good or you are bad. And it is definitely not a reason to give up. And if the scale is something that sends you spiraling, that really gets you incredibly upset, that ruins your whole day, it is completely okay. And not only that, I 100% encourage you to step away from it. We've talked about this before. Put it in the closet. Throw the sucker away. I don't even care. This is all about you and you feeling good. And if it isn't making you feel good, if it's devastating you, if it is having a negative impact on your ability to function, then that is not a useful tool for you to be using right now or ever. Instead, think about how you're feeling. Think about how you're moving through your day. Think about different markers for moving forward as opposed to that number on the scale. I always say this, and I will say it over and over and over again. If that scale is causing you harm, then you should not be using it at all. The scale going up is not proof that you messed up or that there's something wrong with you. It is just information about what your body is holding on to today. That's it. Get curious about it. Instead of getting super frustrated with it, look at the big picture and just kind of let your body do its thing. Okay, so that's the scale. Now, let me tell you about a banana chocolate chip muffin because it taught me something today that I really want you to have. So, how many times have you eaten something not because you were hungry, not even because you really wanted it, but just because it was there? Someone offered it to you. You didn't want to feel bad about saying no thank you. It's just sitting on the counter. It could potentially go to waste. I can't tell you how many times I found myself eating food off of my son's plate before throwing the food away because I was like, well, we can't waste this. It looks a little sad and no one else is going to eat it. We do these sorts of things constantly and we don't even notice. It is one of the quietest ways that extra food adds up without us even enjoying it. So this morning, I made banana chocolate chip muffins from scratch because we had some extra bananas to use up. And I don't use that skinny muffin recipe anymore. I just make real good King Arthur full of like butter. I think there was a whole stick of butter in those suckers. And when I was getting them out of the pan, I actually screwed one up a little bit. Like this was a real screw up for sure. One of them got wrecked and mangled and came out ugly. And my very first thought was, oh, I'm just going to eat this one. No one wants to see this one. It's ruined anyway. And then I caught myself because, first of all, I wasn't hungry. And secondly, I didn't even want a muffin right now. And I only wanted to eat it because it was there and it was ugly and I knew it was going to taste good. So I said, you know what? I'm actually not hungry for this right now. If I want the muffin after lunch, I will have it then. And guess what? After lunch, I thought, yes, now I actually want that muffin. So I had it. I even put a little bit more butter on it. I really love butter. And I enjoyed every single bite of it because I really wanted the muffin. And the thing that would surprise a lot of people is that out of a batch of 14, that's probably the only one I'm going to have because I'm just not that into them, especially like on day 2 or day 3. I feel like the banana gets kind of gross. Sometimes I make a whole batch and I never have any of them because I'm not really that excited about them and my boys love them. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I would rather just have a piece of chocolate instead. And this is kind of the whole skill that I'm trying to teach you. I don't want you to think about weight loss in terms of rules and restriction, and I can't have that. I want you to just pause. And I want you to, in that pause, ask yourself, do I actually want this? Or is it just here? Sometimes the answer is going to be a big heck yes. And if so, you eat that thing, you have it, and you love it. Sometimes the answer will be maybe later, not right now. I don't really want this right now, like it was for me this morning. And sometimes it may be not at all. You know, I'm like that with a lot of store-bought cake, honestly. I love cake. I love box cake. I will make a boxed cake and I will make my own frosting and I will revel in that. But I generally just don't really like store-bought cake and frosting. That's just generally not really anything that ever feels like, oh, that was a good decision after I had it. So I just don't really, eat it anymore. And this is like the same reason why I buy the little half-size ice cream sandwiches. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but like I think Hood makes them. They're a little square, and they look kind of sad, but sometimes that's all I want. And if I want 2 of them, I will just have 2 of them. But I like that little square to start because I don't always want a full ice cream sandwich. When you stop white knuckling and restricting your way through weight loss, something kind of magical happens. After a couple of weekends of indulgent food or, a whole vacation of it, I am actually genuinely craving grilled chicken and vegetables right now. I can't tell you how much I want them. I will probably make them for dinner, not because I'm disgusted with myself and everything that I've eaten, but because my body actually wants it and is craving it. And I'm thinking it's summer and I really would like some fresh vegetables. Ideally, not the ones that cause you to have explosive diarrhea. I don't know if you've heard about this outbreak, but I am terrified of it, simultaneously terrified and shoving my head in the sand to the point where I'm just going to move on right now. But, this is what happens when you stop fighting yourself, when you stop thinking I should eat these things and I shouldn't eat those things. Your body starts to steer you towards the good stuff all on its own. You don't have to earn your food. And you don't have to swear it off. You don't have to restrict it. You just have to get honest about when you actually want it, what you actually want, and eat what you love when you truly want it in a quantity that feels good in your body, and skip it when you don't, and let the rest go. It really can be that simple. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, okay, Stacey, this sounds great, but how do I actually do all of this in my real busy life? I have something for you. I've been working on it and I love it, and I hope you love it as much as I do because I really think this is going to help you lose 10 pounds this summer. So everything I just talked about, getting curious about the scale, eating the food you love when you actually want it. These are the real things I'm using to lose 10 pounds this summer. And I put them all into a brand new, completely free guide. It's a lovely little PDF just for you. It's called The Secrets I'm Using to Lose 10 Pounds This Summer, Even on My Busiest Days. And inside, I walk you through 6 simple things I'm actually doing right now. This is not a diet. This is not a plan full of rules and restriction. It's just 6 doable, real life shifts, each one with a tiny little action step that you can try the same day. You don't try them all at once, just what feels good to you. And I'll give you a peek actually at a couple of them. There's the 2-minute thing I do every single morning before I do anything else, so the day doesn't get away from me. There's also one thing that I do before my coffee even touches my lips. And there's the one about protecting your sleep that almost nobody connects to weight loss, but oh my goodness, it matters so much. And here's what I love the most about this guide, and it's the whole heart of what I teach. You don't have to do all 6. Please don't. Just pick the one that feels reasonable and doable for you right now. The smallest one, the one you already know you can do, and start right there. Because something is always better than nothing, my friend. So go grab it. It's completely free. All you have to do is head on over to sassy.com/secrets. That's www.sasscy.com/secrets. And I'm going to just send it right on over to you. All you'll have to do is take a look. You can print it out if you want, stick it on your fridge, or you can just scroll right on through it. It's so easy to digest. Oh my gosh, my friend. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. When the scale goes up, even on a good week, even when you feel like you did everything right, you are not doing it wrong. I promise. I just want you to get curious. Look at the big picture, the whole picture, what's happening and what's going on in your body, and just keep going. Don't quit. When it comes to food, you get to have the things that you love. And you just have to get honest about when you actually want them, how much you actually want and need. And this is how it becomes something that you can live with and do for good, that you can just incorporate into your life. And when you're ready to take everything a little step further and build the version of all of this that fits your body, your life, your schedule, that is exactly what I do with my one-on-one coaching clients. There's a limited number of spots, but I'd love to talk with you about it. You can always send me the word interested in a DM on Instagram at Sassy Cycling, that's SASCY Cycling, or just email me at Stacy, STACY, at sassy, SASCY.com. But for today, I want you to just go grab that free guide, take a look at it, and please, please, please let me know what you think. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And if this episode gave you a little relief today, would you please do me a quick favor and follow or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts? It really does help this little show reach more women just like you who need to hear that a number on the scale is not the whole story. And if you know someone in particular who's staring at her scale this morning, feeling pretty defeated, please send this her way. She absolutely needs it. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Now, go grab your free guide at sasscy.com/secrets and pick the one thing that you are going to get started with today. I am here. I am your coach, and I am cheering for you every single step of the way. Talk soon.